other embarrassing stories.
Why in the garage? That's a question.
I was just a teenager, mate. I was beating off everywhere.
Hey, welcome to the Couch Project. The boys are trying something different. Hopefully you can laugh at their embarrassing stories. P.S. Sorry for bad background audio, it won't happen again. Also a bit of a crude warning. Peace and love, Greg.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Couch Project. Today we're gonna talk about something lighthearted because we actually have something we recorded another episode earlier on the week.
Yeah, we're dum-dums. We're dum-dums, and we didn't tell the person we're interviewing to record.
So we actually interviewed Sam Weir, who is the founder of the Shaka Project, which actually was a really good interview. He told his story of how he overcame suicide and how he is now a businessman and a successful. And
I'll put a link to his social media. Definitely check him out. We'll do an interview again somewhere down the line, but it was a good interview.
And this week we'll be announcing our giveaway. So we'll be giving away a mental health package as well as runner-up as a Shaka's shirt of your size. So check our socials to enter that. But today we'll be doing a lighter session. Do a light.
Yeah, because this is kind of a last-minute episode because our plans got thrown into the deep end because we're monkeys.
Yeah, dumb motherfucker.
Anyway, so today we're going to be doing embarrassing stories of ourselves to hopefully lighten up your day and put a smile on your face and laugh at us.
Yeah.
I'm going to go first.
Bring some humanity, you know? We're all dumb humans at the end of the day.
The most embarrassing thing that I can remember.
Is it the chicken, Dove?
That too.
I'm down to tell that story.
Okay, so I'll start off with the chicken story because Tom.
Alrighty.
So, in New South Wales, at the end of Year 12, finishing school, you have scab hunts. And these are just, like, checklists that you have to do to get earn points. And you compete against, you're all in teams, and you compete against each other. One with the most points.
And you put money in at the start, each team does.
Oh, and money, yeah.
And whoever wins keeps all the money.
So, it's a giant list, 5 pages of things to do, all random stuff, like things you have to bring home at the end of the night, like steal a gnome.
But they can get real quick.
Get a photo with a cop.
Not the only thing getting
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
And get double points for being naked for all these tasks. So anyway, it's just a lot of random stuff. Anyway, I had to do one of the tasks, and it asked the person to put their dick in a barbecue chicken.
Like a hot rotisserie chicken.
You have to get evidence of you doing it.
Are you embarrassed by this? Are you embarrassed?
It was funny.
It's quite funny.
It was.
I was in a car full of girls and I did it.
Okay, can we have question time? Did it at any point resemble a vagina? Were you like, damn, this is some, like, would you do it again?
Would I do it again?
Is it like a cheap flashlight?
But to be honest, it was actually, because I wasn't hard, because that'd be quite weird.
I can just imagine you just like fucking just full pounding it.
Yeah, that would be very problematic in more ways.
Wait, so you like flaccid, just folded it, like shoved it in there?
Why would I be, like, it'd be weird.
Like you might as well go all out. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna fuck a chicken.
It's a barbecue chicken, not a live chicken. Anyway, my second embarrassing story. So that was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, whatever. It wasn't actually too bad because everyone was doing shit. The second embarrassing thing, I had to run we were running like a 5K long driveway. I was probably like 12 at the time. Like this driveway was 5 kilometers. It's like out in the bush.
Right. Okay.
And when I was running, I had to really do a shit. I was like, I'm going to shit myself.
How old were you, first of all?
It was like 12.
Right.
12, 13.
I actually remember this.
And I had to go, so I just pulled over on the side of the bush and just took a dump, bro, right there and then. I was like,
on your driveway?
Alright, hopefully no one saw me. No, this is like out in the bush. Like the driveway's like a bush. There was like probably like 10 of us running it or something. And I grabbed a leaf and I wiped. I'm like, oh, it's clean, all sweet as.
What they're on about?
So that was quite embarrassing.
Why would
That's it. That's the story. You did a shit on your driveway.
Well, not my driveway. But this links into another story I heard the other day from someone I know. They're in Sydney and they went for a run. They usually go for like shorter runs. But today, his son was like, "Oh, let's go for a long run," and then he's like, "All right, let's go." And he said he doesn't usually run this far, and he was running along the highway, and he really had to do it. Like he had his COVID shot, and he was feeling a bit ill, and he really had to go do a shit. So he was on this highway. He's like, "I gotta go. I just gotta do it." So he jumped over a fence, like this old townhouse, and just took a dump on their front yard on the highway.
Whereabouts in the fucking highway is there?
So this is a busy road.
Yeah.
And then houses along the busy road, and he jumped this little gate and had to take a dump in someone's front yard.
Right.
Continue running.
That's actually
not funny.
Oh,
so he did the classic dump and run.
Dump and run. Imagine walking out and seeing a human shit.
I was gonna say,
maybe like that's a dog.
No one's laughed yet. I feel like these are not embarrassing enough.
Well, they are embarrassing, but like, we've known each other for God knows how long, so nothing's new. You said the other day, what was the word? You know what's even funnier than that? When you can't pronounce word, you say, what's that word you said the other day? It was like pre-something. It was...
syphilis.
I have no idea. No, I don't know.
I'm bad with English.
Bad English, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my last story I have saved up in my brain is that when I was a teenager, I was a horny little boy, beaten off in the garage, and my dad walked in.
In the garage?
Made eye contact.
In the garage? What?
Light off, just... Get out of here! Don't look at me!
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that.
And then we made eye contact, and then he asked me to do something. I'm like, "Yep." And I was like, "Oh, get out!"
Back in here.
So that's my other embarrassing story.
Why in the garage? That's a question.
I was just a teenager, mate. I was beating off everywhere.
Off you were?
Mate, it's like it's
my
like
man was slapping it anyway.
Morty, bro. It's like, why the f*** are you doing it in the kitchen? I do it everywhere. I was thinking about your best friend.
In the garage.
So anyone else got embarrassing stories to lighten up people's days?
I'll tell mine. So my embarrassing story is that we had a party at our house once, and I got a little too drunk, and I was following Tom here inside, and I stopped to say hello to someone, and Tom had walked inside, and he'd actually closed the door, and me not noticing, I turned around and full pace just walked into the door.
He's not just saying he didn't just walk. The whole house shook, dude. Like that shit. I feel like that woke the neighbors. It was so loud at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was quite.
It was like a magnitude 9 earthquake just fucking hit. It was. We're like, what the f*** was that?
Yeah, so I smacked into the door, and I left my facial imprint in the door.
That was the funny part.
And it was there.
See the nose.
Like,
a little bit of
it was there for the next like
nose
6 months. My facial imprint on the door.
Bro, how fast were you going? Just like,
I was booking it. I was not expecting that door to be there. Let me tell you, it was a glass door too, so you could clearly tell the outline of my nostrils that were like pressed up against the door. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Another one I think is less embarrassing for me, more embarrassing for Ethan. When we were living with me, Hayden, and one of our housemates,
Francis.
I do.
Ethan thought it would be funny one time to jump onto a cupboard.
That's just funny.
As he landed on the cupboard, the cupboard fell out from under him, and he rolled backwards. Oh my god!
He went to go break the cupboard. He was like, because we were like, he wanted to smash it or something.
Yeah, we were smashing stuff. We were trying to break stuff down.
And Ethan literally jumped on top of this cupboard and slipped with his socks. And his whole back landed on the cupboard.
Like as it rolled. It was
literally
funny.
Rolled under his.
I'm going to put the video up, and it is going to be the funniest thing ever.
This video is up on a Facebook page, which you can find by searching the Couch Project on Facebook itself.
And Tom, your voice is all good now, so do you want to tell your embarrassing story? Well, as I said earlier, I have so many like things that I guess would find embarrassing to myself, but I don't know if other people would find them as embarrassing from an outside perspective.
Like, I feel like you're embarrassing. Like, I did the wrong pronunciation. I used the wrong word in this sentence this one time. Yeah.
No, so
A lot of mine were in high school. I was a pretty awkward kid. I didn't really have, I had a social group, but outside of that social group, I couldn't really interact. Pretty much, I was in high school. This is okay, let me give you the title. I nearly shit my pants at school. And
that's the title of this episode.
This was in high school. This was in high school as well. So I was like, you can't be caught shitting
how
your
close?
pants.
I'm talking. How close were you to?
I'm talking half the nugget, nearly popping out there.
Really?
So you literally shat yourself.
And I did literally. If I probably didn't clench as hard as I did, man, there was going to be skiddies all over.
Did it just hit you?
I was about to say, how bad skis?
No.
Where were you? Were you on the way to class?
No. Yeah. Okay. Well, so pretty much how the classic. You go on, you do lunch, you do everything. It's all normal. It's whatever. And then you come back to class and you're like, okay, I can't be late because I'll get flamed by the teacher, but I also need to go to the toilet. So I went back to class, and of course I happened to go to science, and science was my worst teacher, and she was a massive I was sitting there and I was like, Miss, I really need to go to the toilet. I didn't get to go at lunch. And she's like, why didn't you get to go at lunch? And I was like, oh, well, I was playing with the boys. I was hanging out with the boys. And she didn't take that as a good enough excuse. And I was like, okay, well, I really need to go to the toilet. And pretty much I had to wait an extra, I think it was 35 minutes or whatever. I don't know how long the class was.
38 minutes.
38 minutes, yeah. And luckily, the science classroom, right, was next to the toilets. Oh, not next to it, just down the hall from it. Start walking down there. But, the classic, they have gates on our toilets when we were in public school.
Yeah, they lock them
up.
And they would just close them. No, but they closed them when they were too dirty or they were getting clean. So they had pretty much closed the male one and not the female one. And I was like, what? Turns out there were people fighting with tissue paper and stuff in there. So there was just shit everywhere. And then the next closest toilet that I can remember was on the opposite side of the school, pretty much. Pretty much the other side of the school. And I was like, my class is on the polar opposite side of the school to where the toilet is. And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna book it to the toilet. Started doing a little semi-jog.
Wait, when you were semi-jogging, was the...
Yeah, it wasn't helping. I was clenching both cheeks while I was semi-jogging, and I was like, oh. Yeah, and then, when you start, you feel it, and something's gonna happen. Pretty much, I got there, or near there, teacher pulls me up, and she's like, oh, where are you going to, Tom? I was like, I'm just going to the toilet, miss. She's like, isn't your class, down there? I'm like, yeah, but, kind of need to go to the toilet really badly. And she's like, okay, go. Start, just keep going. I get to the toilet, and I've pretty much, as I said, half a nugget hanging out my ass. And so I sit on the toilet, and I don't know if you guys know, have ever done this, but if you hold in a shit for too long, and then as soon as you sit down, everything just kind of goes, just everywhere. It doesn't just come out as one solid shit anymore. And pretty much, I absolutely destroyed that toilet. My ass was hurting. The toilet bowl was just
I feel like
brown.
I feel like everyone has gone through those situations where you've nearly shit yourself.
Dude, it's
not
it's,
once.
Oh yeah,
just made it in time.
Not once.
You've never nearly shit yourself.
Not even one time. That's
Not
pretty
once. I live in a house, believe it or not, with other people. And
That's
me
crazy.
and my partner at the time did the deed. And I had sore thighs from the soccer game the day before. And I thought, I need to stretch. This is right after doing the deed. I need to stretch. But I got into a position with my legs are behind me and I'm folded backwards like a Z, but all the way
like
down.
A Z?
Imagine my legs are like that, the bottom of the Z, and I'm like this. And I'm leaning backwards with my dick pointing up towards the ceiling. And my partner's like, okay, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Right. She opens the door and someone is literally just fucking smack bang at my door. Just
you had a guest over, wasn't it?
Guest over. Just straight cock in her face. me pressing my dick to the ceiling, stretching my legs. And she just
you were having a good time.
She got straight gooch, cock and balls. She got the whole package. She got the whole thing, the whole shenanigan.
She literally got to see the see everything.
And we stayed in that room for until they left because we're like, I'm not going out there.
Did you ever bring it up with them?
No, I refused.
Why would you bring it up with? Why would you go?
Hey, remember that time you saw my cock?
Remember that one time you just walked past my room and I was just full spread out in the bed? You remember that? God, that was a good time.
Have you seen the person since? Have you seen that just since?
Like, are they want to?
Have you brought it up? Like, hey,
it's pretty normal now. We just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
The best thing to do with that situation.
Yeah. There's not a lot you can really do with that situation.
I think that's my most embarrassing thing.
Oh, that's true.
I think your most embarrassing thing, Ethan, is that's pretty embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. What do you think I've done that's more embarrassing?
Well, I was speaking to my girlfriend, and she reckons your most embarrassing thing that you do is you had a bath with your mum for a long, long time.
Until I was like...
Our mum.
Until I was like 11.
And then you hopped in the shower while she had a bath.
When I was 11.
After. No, I think you were
why the f*** did she think I was 18, dude? Like, I really think I did that last year. Just had a shower with my mum in the bath. Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. Actually, mum's waiting... Is that the bath's running now? Invites? Dude, if you don't have a bath with your mum, you're a pussy. Put that as the title.
Yeah, that's good bonding time, man. What the hell?
Yeah, okay, that's just weird. We're just going to move straight past that.
That's what you find
Kai, do you have an embarrassing story you'd like to share?
I have a few. I'll give you my favourite one, or that I always tell, because even though it was probably one of the most traumatizing events of my life, I still love saying it every single time.
Nice.
I was in year 11, and I am part Aboriginal. So every week that we'd have assembly or whatever, not assembly, whatever we called it, the vice captain would always ask me, "Oh, can you do Welcome to Country?" And I said, "Nah, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I know I'll fuck up." And my mates would always be like, come on, Kai, you can do it. I'm like, nah, you guys, you just want me to.
If people who don't know what Welcome to Country is like where you acknowledge the custodians of the land and pay respects to the Aboriginal people of that land. Is that right, Kai?
Yes, it is. But anyway, it's just a series of words that you say, and I thought I could do it this one day after like months and months and months, like, of being asked to do it.
You build the confidence up to do it.
Yeah, I built the confidence. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it one day. And then I was like, yep, I'm going to do it today. And he asked me, yep, I'll fucking do it. All my mates said, yeah, Kai. I knew for a fact that they just wanted to see me fucking fail. And because I'm a massive meme. I am a huge I still am a massive fucking meme. But in high school, especially, I was a big meme.
Like the butt of the joke.
Anyway.
Yeah, like perfect guy. I say not perfect. Perfect
guy.
Yeah, like perfect guy.
Perfect guy. I mean, he was perfect.
Oh, no, okay, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. And you know what? The best thing was, I was like, you know what? I don't need a piece of paper to know what I'm going to say. I've heard this plenty of times. I know what I need to say. So, assembly starts, principal calls me up, blah, blah, blah. Kai's going to do the Welcome to Country, a lot more formal than that, obviously. I get up there, and I go to an all-boys school. Well, I went to an all-boys school, and there was about 600 students, right? And all the teachers are around these students. Like, it's a full day. Everyone's there. I start saying it. I say, I'd like to pay my respects to elders both past and present. And then I paused, and then I thought for a few seconds. I don't know how long this, in hindsight, I don't know how long this went for, because I'm just like in the head like at this point. And then I go back to the start. I would like to pay my respects. Paused again, and then I froze up and didn't know what to do. So I said, I went, said the word Aboriginal, and then just said underneath my breath as I gave off the microphone to the principal. And walked.
Imagine doing that in front of all teenage boys.
And I was beyond close to crying, because it's just, It's fucked. Like, boys are
so good.
Two of my best mates got sent out of the fucking assembly because they laughed too much.
It's just traumatic for you. That's the only problem.
Do you have PTSD from
it? Was... well, I definitely have... Like, I said PTSD, but it's... PTSD is a very, like, fucking loose term to use. Like, it's not PTSD, but it definitely has traumatized me, but in a good... Like, when I say a good way, like I fucking love telling the story. Like, telling it now, I'm like, yeah, that's gold. Like, it's a good story. Oh, that's right. Okay, year 8 camp, right? This is another good one. So high school is very traumatic.
It is.
For Kai's high school experience is very traumatic.
Not in, like, a bad... Each to their own. Anyway, year 8 camp, end of year, still all boys school. But anyway, I thought that I could confine, like, you know, you just talk about shit in your tent and stuff, and like people in your tent, you just talk about shit on school camps. We got on the topic of masturbation, like masturbating.
Yeah.
And I thought that I could confine in the people in this tent and it not leave this tent. That's my fault, though. That's me being very fucking naive. So it's not anyone else's fault.
I'm going to tell you that my biggest secret of my entire high school life, don't let it leave this tent. Kai's brain at 15.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be that big of an issue, to be fair. And I've got...
everyone doesn't masturbate when they're a teenager.
No, I knew that people masturbate, but I guess I didn't think, I didn't think it mattered. Like, I didn't care telling them, but at the same time, I didn't think that they were going to go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, told these guys, mind you, one of them, and I don't dislike him for I'd still call him a friend. Even though, like, it's more of an acquaintance. But I've got nothing against this guy, but because it's like, it's what you do. But I told him, oh yeah, look, I haven't touched my penis yet. Like, I don't watch porn. I've not masturbated. And he went and told the cool group, quote unquote. And soon enough, everyone knew, and it became a big meme. And I don't know how often, like, again, this is just off the top of my head. I can't think, like, it's high school. It just all just merges into one thing. But I swear
love
to God,
how Kai tells that story.
Yeah.
It's just like, I've never touched my penis. Like,
I have never touched my penis.
But it just, anyway, it just morphed into one, and it felt like at least once a week, every point on from that point, someone in my year would ask if I had touched my penis yet.
Well, if you touched it...
This is all boys' schools for you. Honestly, all boys' schools are so messed up.
It took me 2 years. I did it in year 10.
Do you remember the date and time?
No, I do not.
It was September 4th.
When you did
you know what it was
too?
Can you send us the link?
Can you tell us, like, what was it? Were you like, oh my god, today's going to be the day? How did you come to the decision after waiting that long?
Come to the decision.
Look, I was having like, I guess.
Come.
I don't know.
Come.
I guess I was having too many wet dreams, so I was like, oh, may as well try it.
You're like complaining because you keep coming your pants when you.
And now you're a CM.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
What is a cum
CM
master?
is a chronic masturbator.
No, he's a control master. Cum master.
He's like fucking the last airbender, just controlling his cum.
I'm Egg.
Imagine, bro. This scene.
I am the cum master.
So I am the cum master. That was so loud, dude. That actually came through my mic into my head, like out of my headset back into my mic.
Oh
That's
my
really
god!
bad.
I actually have had kite 200% something.
Why would you do that ever?
Really dumb.
Alright, we're going to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had...
It wasn't good. It was not a good...
Hopefully you got a bit of a laugh at us, or this just might be like super...
Yeah,
cringe.
we had a much better episode recorded.
So much better.
We apologize.
I'm really disappointed, but hopefully we can get another guest on
at some point
like that. So check out our socials. Thank you guys for listening.
And the giveaway we'll post in the Facebook chat, and on Instagram. We'll provide with how you can enter and stuff. And
awesome.
We wish you all luck.
So have a look at that.
Stay healthy.
So we are peace and love for the Couch Project.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Catch you, everyone. Have a good one.
Hey, peace out, guys.
Hopefully we made you laugh.
That's it. Until next time, peace and love, Greg.